what I want to get across is that I in no way want to be associated with what the left has become. I'm not a leftist anymore. I would not call myself that. Does that make me right-wing, or does that make me a centrist? I don't know. You tell me. But all I know is I do not want to have any part in this disgusting leftist culture.
It appears that Lindsay Shepherd has discovered the New Puritans.
Hail the New Puritan out of bubble from oven.
Lindsay Shepherd is a young grad student and teaching assistant at Wilfrid Laurier University in Waterloo, Ontario, who was thrust into the public spotlight after having shown a short video clip of a TVO debate featuring Professor Jordan Peterson. The controversy arose because some believe that Peterson's discussion about the compelled use of gender pronouns was literally violence. I first heard of Lindsay Shepherd while attending the Stifling of Free Speech event where Jordan Peterson talked about it for at least 10 minutes at the beginning of his talk. I want to read from Blasting News because Mariel McCollin summarizes this subject so neatly. The 23-year-old grad student of Wilfrid Laurier University, Lindsay Shepherd, unwillingly became a public figure after a recording surfaced on the internet late last year. Her so-called crime involved showing first-year students a clip from a national television debate on gender-neutral pronouns featuring University of Toronto professor Jordan Peterson. She was impressed with the intelligence and maturity of her audience and therefore encouraged friendly discussion on this topic. According to the university, there were complaints that her actions caused harm to transgender students. She found herself up against two professors and a university official. They criticized her neutral position on the topic instead of taking a left-wing biased position. Her instinct to record the meeting served her well. The reaction has generated a national debate about freedom of speech and the extreme leftist propaganda being forced on impressionable young people. Further news has surfaced claiming that no student complained about Shepherd. This has made the whole story even darker. Lindsay was branded transphobic after the incident from left-wing media. What makes this part of the story important is that this is exactly what Jordan Peterson and GADSAT, as well as others, have been warning us about Canadian Bill C-16 for over a year. In the recorded bullying session Miss Shepherd endured, her New Puritan interrogators mentioned that proper compelled use of gender pronouns is now law, and by simply playing a debate on the subject was illegal. The full recordings Shepherd made are online, and I encourage you to listen for yourselves if you have not done so already. Dave Rubin invited her to his popular YouTube show, The Rubin Report, to give her side of the story on December 1st. They listened to the recording and critiqued the insanity of the staff at the university. Shepherd explained that she had seen herself as a leftist, but this incident has shown her how corrupt left-wing politics had become. As the left shunned her and branded her the usual derogatory names, the friendly conservatives embraced her with open arms. She said she was still a liberal, but was now questioning her side of politics. The New Puritans and their newfound religion of intersectionality now brands heretics who do nothing more than to simply disagree with them. We have entered a new age of the illiberal left being against some of the most noteworthy elements of a free and open society. The regressive left is now against free speech, and not just free speech. They want all conversations that do not support their ideology suppressed. The once grand institution of higher learning are now infested with social justice warriors and intersectional feminists who have an agenda. That agenda is equality of outcome. It gets worse. Since the Me Too movement, we now see these same authoritarian leftists railing against other quaint notions such as due process. Like the witch trials from our ugly past, they now declare you to be guilty and you are required to prove your innocence. And just like those same witch trials, or having been accused of being a heretic, you cannot prove your innocence since the accuser is now believed, and if they are necessarily the victim, you then must be the condemned criminal. There is no way out. The second incident that pushed Shepherd further away from left-wing politics happened after she invited far right-wing commentator Faith Goldy to speak at Laurier earlier this month. She wanted people to hear opposing views and deconstruct them instead of silencing them. Shepherd was subsequently branded a white supremacist from those on the left. This is very likely to be the final cause of her abandonment from the left-wing movement. She has not confirmed whether she is now a conservative, but her video makes it clear that she does not want to be associated with left-wing behavior.
Hi everyone, so I just wanted to make a quick video statement. Back in November, when all the controversy was happening around myself and Wilfrid Laurier University, I made it very clear that I saw myself as a leftist. So I was actually very genuinely confused when people were instantly accusing me of having a right-wing agenda or whatnot. I just kind of naturally saw myself as being a leftist. I was pro-environment. I believed in climate change. I was pro-gay marriage. I took the bus everywhere. I didn't have a car. So I guess just naturally, kind of without really thinking about it, I placed myself on the left of the political spectrum.
Why she left the left? Here are the main points she made about leftists. They are pro-censorship. They encourage victim culture. They claim to be morally righteous. They believe that being offended results in a moral victory. They dismiss any personal responsibility. They are intolerant of the diversity of thought. They lack a sense of humor. If you are not 100% committed to them, they vicariously target you with names and slander your reputation, making it difficult to find employment. I find this turn of events disturbing. Why should people who feel they are on the left or identify as liberal be forced to redefine who they are? For the illiberal left, it has become a zero-sum game. We on the left spent decades criticizing the far right as having to march in lockstep, all parroting each other. This is now what the regressives have become.
So sometimes I see myself brought up as examples of leftists who advocate for free speech. I just want to clear the air. That does not describe me anymore. Thank you.
My brothers and sisters on the left, do not become entrenched in postmodernist ideology to the point where you can no longer distinguish reality. There are realities out there, and all of us, left, right, and center, can discover it. Together, my progressive friends, do not embrace the dark side. It will consume you. Goodbye.